In the vast tapestry of Greek mythology, few figures embody the profound interplay of fate, sacrifice, and redemption quite like Andromeda. She stands as a powerful, poignant symbol, a celestial princess whose story transcends the ages. Her name echoes through ancient texts and across the boundless night sky. Andromeda's tale is a dramatic narrative of injustice and courage, a testament to the human spirit's resilience. It is a story that begins with a mother's hubris and culminates in a daughter's immortalization among the stars. Her journey from despair to triumph is a cornerstone of mythological lore. This is Celestial Philosophy, Episode 4, titled Chained to the Stars. In this installment, we delve deep into the enduring legacy of Andromeda. We explore the myth that binds her to the cosmos, examining its profound philosophical implications. Join us as we unravel the threads of her destiny, from her earthly plight to her celestial apotheosis. We will discover why her iconic constellation continues to captivate and inspire us. Andromeda's story is not merely a myth, it is a cosmic lesson. The tragic genesis of Andromeda's predicament began not with her own actions, but with the reckless pride of her mother, Cassiopeia. Cassiopeia, Queen of Ethiopia, possessed a beauty that was undeniable, yet her vanity knew no bounds. She boasted incessantly of her own allure. Her most grievous claim, however, was that her daughter, Andromeda, surpassed even the Nereids in beauty. The Nereids were the 50 sea nymphs, daughters of the ancient sea god Nereus, renowned for their exquisite grace and charm. Such a boast was an unforgivable affront to the divine. This audacious declaration, a direct challenge to the celestial order, ignited the wrath of the mighty Poseidon, god of the sea. The Nereids, deeply offended by Cassiopeia's insolence, appealed to their patron deity for retribution. Poseidon, ever protective of his domain and his kin, answered their plea with devastating force. He unleashed Cetus, a monstrous sea creature of immense power and terrifying appearance, upon the kingdom of Ethiopia. Cetus ravaged the coastal lands, bringing famine and destruction in its wake. The kingdom faced utter annihilation, its people gripped by fear and despair. Desperate, King Cepheus, Andromeda's father, consulted the oracle of Ammon. The oracle delivered a chilling prophecy: the only way to appease Poseidon's fury and save the kingdom was to offer Andromeda as a sacrifice to Cetus. Her innocent life was demanded as penance for her mother's pride. And so, in a heart-wrenching act of desperation, Andromeda was led to the rocky coast. She was chained to a jagged cliff, exposed and vulnerable, awaiting the monstrous beast. This was the ultimate sacrifice, a daughter condemned to save her people from divine retribution. Her fate seemed sealed, a cruel and unjust end for one so blameless. The waves crashed around her, mirroring the turmoil in her heart. She was a pawn in a cosmic drama, a victim of hubris not her own. Andromeda's story is a stark illustration of profound injustice and overwhelming helplessness. She was condemned for a transgression she did not commit, a pawn in a divine dispute. Her innocence offered no shield against the cruel hand of fate. Her plight highlights the arbitrary nature of destiny, where the innocent can suffer for the sins of others. Andromeda, beautiful and pure, found herself chained to a rock, facing a monstrous death. Her condemnation was a direct consequence of her mother's vanity, a burden unfairly placed upon her. This narrative compels us to confront the uncomfortable truth that life's trials are not always deserved. It forces us to question the fairness of a universe where such suffering can be inflicted without personal fault. Andromeda's helplessness in the face of divine wrath is deeply unsettling. The myth also serves as a powerful meditation on the consequences of pride and the burden of responsibility. Cassiopeia's hubris unleashed a catastrophe that threatened her entire kingdom. Her boast, seemingly harmless, had devastating repercussions. Andromeda bore the ultimate responsibility for her mother's actions, a heavy cross to bear. This aspect of the myth explores the ripple effect of individual choices, demonstrating how one person's arrogance can bring ruin upon many. It underscores the profound weight of leadership and parental duty. The story challenges us to consider the true cost of unchecked ego and the far-reaching impact of our words. It asks us to reflect on the ethical implications of our actions, particularly when they affect others. Andromeda's sacrifice becomes a symbol of collective suffering for individual folly. Her predicament forces us to ponder the nature of justice itself. Was it just for Andromeda to suffer for Cassiopeia's pride? The myth does not offer easy answers, but rather invites deep philosophical contemplation. It is a timeless exploration of moral accountability and the often unseen connections between individuals and their communities. Andromeda's story, though steeped in despair, is ultimately not one of tragedy. Just as all hope seemed lost, a hero emerged from the heavens. Perseus, the valiant son of Zeus, arrived on the scene, a beacon of courage against the encroaching darkness. Perseus was no stranger to impossible feats. He had recently accomplished the monumental task of slaying the Gorgon Medusa. He carried her petrifying head, a potent weapon, in his magical pouch. His journey had brought him to the shores of Ethiopia at the most opportune moment. Upon seeing Andromeda chained to the rock, her beauty undimmed by her terror, Perseus was instantly captivated. Her vulnerability and the sheer injustice of her situation moved him deeply. He felt an immediate, powerful urge to intervene, to save this innocent soul from certain doom. He descended from the sky, confronting King Cepheus and Queen Cassiopeia. He offered to slay Cetus and rescue Andromeda, but only on one condition: that she be given to him in marriage. Desperate to save their daughter and their kingdom, the royal couple readily agreed to his terms. With the agreement struck, Perseus wasted no time. He soared into the air, armed with his adamantine sword and the shield that reflected Medusa's gaze. As Cetus rose from the depths, a monstrous embodiment of divine wrath, Perseus engaged the beast in a fierce battle. He plunged his sword into the monster's hide, or, in some accounts, used Medusa's head to turn it to stone. The colossal creature, once a terror of the seas, was vanquished. Andromeda was freed from her chains, her life miraculously spared. This heroic rescue is rich with symbolic significance. It represents the triumph of good over evil, a classic motif in mythology. Perseus's intervention demonstrates the power of individual action against overwhelming odds, a single hero defying a divine decree. The rescue highlights themes of courage, love, and the potential for redemption, even in the direst circumstances. Perseus's bravery in facing Cetus, and his compassion for Andromeda, are central to the narrative. Their burgeoning love story adds another layer of hope to the tale. Furthermore, the myth subtly explores the role of divine intervention. Perseus, being a demigod and aided by gifts from the gods, embodies a higher power at work. His arrival suggests that even in the face of seemingly arbitrary fate, there can be a guiding hand, a force for justice. The rescue is a pivotal moment, transforming Andromeda from a helpless victim into a symbol of salvation. It underscores the idea that even when chained by destiny, hope can arrive from unexpected quarters. It is a powerful reminder that courage can alter the course of fate. Following her miraculous rescue, Andromeda's life took a dramatic turn from despair to destiny. True to his word, Perseus married Andromeda, and together they embarked on a life of adventure and royalty. She became his queen, ruling alongside him in Tiryns and Mycenae. Their union was blessed with several children, including Perses, who, according to some traditions, became the ancestor of the Persian people. Andromeda, once a sacrificial lamb, now stood as a queen and the matriarch of a heroic lineage. Her story became one of profound transformation and fulfillment. But Andromeda's legacy extends far beyond earthly kingdoms and mortal descendants. Upon her death, or perhaps even before, she was immortalized in the night sky. The gods, recognizing her innocence and suffering, placed her among the stars. She became the constellation Andromeda, forever chained to the celestial sphere, yet now in a position of honor. Her constellation is easily recognizable, often depicted as a maiden in chains, a poignant reminder of her ordeal. She is not alone in her celestial abode. Perseus, her rescuer and husband, also found his place among the stars, forever beside her as the constellation Perseus. Cassiopeia, her boastful mother, was immortalized as the distinctive W-shaped constellation Cassiopeia, often depicted upside down as a punishment for her vanity. Even Cetus, the sea monster, was placed in the heavens as the constellation Cetus, the whale. Other characters from the myth, such as King Cepheus, also found their place in the celestial tapestry. This cosmic arrangement serves as a constant, visible reminder of their intertwined story. It is a testament to the enduring power of myth, etched into the very fabric of the universe. The celestial placement of these figures ensures that their tale is never forgotten. It is a living narrative, played out nightly above our heads. The Chain to the Stars episode title perfectly encapsulates this profound celestial immortality. This cosmic tableau invites us to ponder the philosophical implications of such eternal remembrance. It emphasizes how Andromeda's story continues to inspire and resonate across millennia. Her constellation is not just a pattern of stars, it is a beacon of hope. It reminds us of the importance of courage in the face of overwhelming adversity. It speaks to the resilience of the human spirit, even when confronted with divine wrath. Andromeda's enduring presence in the night sky is a powerful testament to the triumph of hope over despair. Her myth, woven into the very fabric of the cosmos, teaches us that even from the depths of injustice, redemption and glory can emerge. It is a timeless narrative of sacrifice, rescue, and ultimate vindication. Andromeda, the celestial princess, forever shines as a symbol of enduring strength.